Titled, Am I the Asshole for Falling Out of Love with My Wife After She Took a 7-Week Vacation?
Oh.
I, 32 male, have been married to my wife, 30 female, for 4 years, and we've been together for 8. She's a stay-at-home mom. We have Irish twins, 1 female, 2 male, which have been incredibly taxing for my wife. She wanted a solo vacation break for a few weeks where she would travel to different states, visit her high school and college friends, go to concerts, and do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, hell no.
She asked if I would be okay with it. I asked if she could make it a couple of weeks shorter, because 7 weeks of managing our 2 children alone sounded really daunting, especially since work was also getting taxing recently. I do work remote, so at least that worked in my favor.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Before we start, subscribe if you want real relationship stories that expose what people really do behind closed doors. Because this wasn't just a vacation. This was the moment a marriage quietly started dying.
My wife and I discussed for a couple of days, and I ultimately agreed with her that she did deserve a break because of what she has been through the past few years. And so she took her vacation. The first week managing our children alone was extremely difficult, and I did feel like I was losing my mind. But I survived. My sister came over to help me from the second week on. She was honestly a lifesaver, and I will be eternally grateful for her. I never directly asked her to help me, but I guess I did indirectly, because when she video called me at the end of the first week, I basically broke down in tears.
It's an evil world we live in.
From the second week on, my sister stayed over at my house to help with my children, and a huge burden had been lifted off of my shoulders. I was also really able to focus on work and meet my deadlines. To be brutally honest, I did not miss my wife at all. I was emotionally and mentally relaxed, and also had a lot of fun with my children and my sister. I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7-week vacation. I slowly fell out of love with my wife. When she came back from her vacation, she was super refreshed and recharged, but to be honest, I was a bit indifferent. My wife tried to initiate the first night she came back, which I rejected.
Oh.
Because I said I wasn't feeling it. The subsequent days, I had the same level of indifference in our day-to-day life, and she probably noticed it, but didn't say anything. A week later, she asked me why I was acting like this, and I told her I don't love her anymore.
Ooh.
She apologized for taking the 7-week vacation and asked if there was anything we could do to fix it. I told her no. We pretty much went through the motions the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated when I brought up divorce, which surprised me because I had already told her I don't love her anymore. She asked if we could do couples therapy or marriage counseling first before I started looking for a divorce lawyer, and I told her I needed some time to think about it. I've spent a few days thinking about it, and I'm still leaning towards divorce because I basically don't love my wife anymore. I don't think marriage counseling can fix it. So, am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife because she took a 7-week vacation?
My man.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Babe, pick up the... Babe, please, I'll cook for you, I'll clean for you, I'll do all your laundry, babe, please. I won't cheat on you again, babe, please.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach...
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Okay, so we all out here dating, and I was just thinking something. Tell me if this sounds like you. I want somebody, but just sometimes. I want to get married, but you stay at your house, and I stay at my house.
Huh?
And then you come over, or I go over there, and we kick it, we have a good time, and all that stuff. But then I go back to my house, or you go back to your house, and we married. Tell me if that sounds like you, because that would be perfect for me, because I don't even really...
We? Who's we? There is no...
How was that relationship?
It was my first irrelevant,
Irrelevant, oh my day.
really long-term boyfriend. I broke up with him, so it was fine from my part. I think he struggled to get over it.
So what would you say is the biggest thing you learned from that relationship looking back?
It's not normal to be really unsure about your relationship for a long time. I was like thinking about breaking up for a really long time before I actually did it, and I think I should have just done it.
How comes you delayed, do you think?
Some like really big issues that happened in his life, and I just didn't want to add up with the breakup and like make his life any like worse.
Any regrets?
I broke up with him over the phone. That's my biggest regret. I think it's best to do it in person.
She belongs to the street.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
My husband and I have been in an open relationship for 15 years, and we still regularly have to check in regarding transparency. And when I say transparency, I mean, how much do I tell my husband about what I've done with other people, and how much does he tell me? We have specific rules that we follow. We have a saying called privacy, but no secrets, but it's still not the same as how much do I tell you based on what I've experienced and how you're feeling. I recently went on a date with someone. My husband knew about that date before it happened. And afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to tell you everything. This is what I ate, and this is what happened, and this is how I felt, and oh my God. He said, I don't want to know the details.
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
Said, Danielle, I'm really happy that you had a good time. I love that we give each other this freedom and this permission in our marriage. But right now, for the place that I'm in, I don't want to know the details. And that can be hard for me because I often feel that if I'm not providing all of the information, then I'm hiding something from my husband. Right now, he wants to know that I'm safe and happy, but he doesn't want to know much more than that. Our levels of transparency, what we are and are not communicating, is constantly changing based on what our wants and needs are and what we're both going through. And it's something we have to consistently check in on. And it's something I recommend to any couple, regardless of their relationship style.
If my girl asked me to have an open relationship, I would say, sure, you can go do whatever you want with whoever you want, but never talk to me again. Because obviously that means I'm not enough and I don't want to be holding her back. Go out and do your thing, baby. Let her go, man. But also think about why she asked you that. If you was really the man, in amazing shape, tons of money, would she have really said that? Like, how many guys are there top of all those metrics? It's not a lot of us. Because you ain't that dude. She's trying to supplement that with a bunch of guys that will equal one of me.
Asked for a separation, then got mad when I dated other people. We were married to each other with my 32 male, wife 32 female for 5 years. However, she told me she fell out of love with me and was looking for something different last year. So even though I tried to convince her to stay, she decided to move forward and we were separated for a little over a year. She told me she wanted to try things out again, which I was content to. We started seeing a couples counselor next week with the intent of aligning our feelings and thoughts before moving in together again. One of the questions that was asked was if I've been in another relationship during the time or any other women. Counselor told us honesty is the way to go here, so I came clean. I actually had a go-to club, get drunk, sleep around phase for a few months and slept with 13 women in total.
Wow.
Now she thinks we cannot get back together, but I told her we were separated and in the divorce process back then. I think it's impossible to get back together now that I talked about my dating life during our separation, but I wonder if I was an a-hole for sleeping around when we were separated.
I don't know. You gotta ask them. I don't know.
Funny enough, my divorce, and it's not in the way you think it is. I was married for 15 years with the same person together for 19 throughout all my 20s and 30s and into my early 40s. She had an affair, but also we were just disconnecting after 20 plus years of being together. It just allowed me to realize what was important to me. And through therapy and through the help of friends helping me, talking to me, giving me advice, also telling me when I was being an idiot, you know, I reacted very strongly. I let my emotions take over my thought process, but the therapy and the friends allowed me through, it's been 2-3 years now, allowed me to see, you know, what I was doing right and what I was doing wrong and how to become a better person.
You're goddamn right.
I don't know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years.
You serious?
There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason why I have not left. Okay? Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always happen are not met.
I beg your pardon?
Right? Which I don't know if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3. And I still don't know who I am.
God! You can't make this.
One bad decision usually doesn't destroy a relationship. Repeated emotional neglect does. And once someone learns how to live without you emotionally, getting them back becomes almost impossible. Like, comment, and subscribe for more real-life relationship breakdowns.